Hello and good evening. Thank you so very much for joining us today. I'm Meenakshi Oberoi and I'm very, very happy to see you here. I know many more people are joining in, therefore, we're giving it about a few minutes. But as they join in, I am here to welcome you all who are here on time to be a part of this webinar on fostering student well-being with Microsoft Edu Tools. There's lots that's been happening around, well-being and mental health, and I think it's about time that we speak about it. And I would love for you all to be a very active part of the session today, because we hold a lot of things and we would love for you to be super active. I'm Meenakshi Oberoi. I'm CEO of T Pedagogics, and with me I have Ms. Duhita Parmar, who is helping me moderate this session, and she's my buddy in crime. I'll let Duhita introduce herself as well.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, Meenakshi ma'am. And yes, when we talk about student well-being, that's the crucial part. It's to be taken care of when we are in our classrooms. Day 24 by 7, our students and ourselves, we are into technology using different tools for our teaching learning processes. Therefore, the well-being of the students really needs to be taken care of. So there comes how the Microsoft Edu tools, which are many in number, come into picture and help us to take it seamlessly. Looking forward for an interactive session. Please feel free to share your thoughts, queries, doubts, anything that comes to your mind in the chat window. Would be more than happy to address the same. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dohita. And yes, supporting students' emotional, mental, and physical well being is essential for creating a positive learning environment. And Microsoft tools offer a range of resources, like Dohita said, that they help students and teachers nurture student well being, and tools like Reflect, then Immersive Reader, then you have Microsoft Designer, you have multiple tools that actually come together to allow students to check in with their emotions, encourage them, into self awareness and emotional expressions. And I think we as teachers have must take upon us and ourselves to integrate these tools in daily classroom activities and support an inclusive environment that promotes academic success and both student well-being. And with that, I think what we need to also focus on is our own well-being. After all, if we are not in the right shape and right thoughts, who are we to be able to handle a whole class, right? I hope you agree with me. And today I have all of you with me. I'm very fortunate to have you with me. But let me start by asking, how are you today? Yes, how are you feeling today? So, which feelings monster resonates with you right now? I'm launching a poll in the chat window. I would request you to go ahead and share with me how are you feeling right now. Your feelings can resonate with one of the feelings monsters here. Well, I am a huge fan of these feeling monsters. Not sure, what you feel about them, but you will see what a beautiful role they play in our lives. And here the poll is, oh my God, I have about 67% people telling me coffee tastes extra good today. Doesn't it? Well, it's almost about to rain outside over here. And yeah, a cup of coffee is something that I'm yearning for. So, yeah, if you haven't grabbed your coffee, please go ahead. This is the time for you to have a good grab. And then coffee always tastes better the next time, right? So please keep responding to this poll. The poll is open, and let's see what each one of you is saying, and how do you feel, and how do you resonate with these feelings monsters. The poll is live. It's there in our chat window. Coffee has gone up to 83%. Fantastic. Well, there are other things too. The heads down in assessment and grading. I think I can hear many of you saying that as well. September being term end, many of you must be doing this as well, and marking off the task of end of the term to do list. Absolutely, yes, it is end of the term, and what I'm really surprised to see is nobody resonates with counting down days until the next break. Well, I don't remember my school days, teaching days to be like that. You all must teach in some really nice schools to keep you going so well, so beautifully. Wonderful. So keep that coming, and I would love to keep taking look at this survey. And today, throughout the sessions, there will be many check-ins. So therefore, just stay clued and glued over there. So let's talk about it. Why are we suddenly, talking about social emotional learning? I've heard many people, mention this, that why is suddenly there's such a buzz about social emotional learning? Well, there is a growing need for social emotional learning to be embraced and embedded throughout the school day and beyond. This is not something that is new. In fact, social emotional learning has been historically, the well-being of a student has been an integral part of teaching learning process. Look at cultures across centuries. Educators have recognized that well-being is very closely linked to the ability to learn, grow, and develop as an individual. In fact, if we talk about our ancient civilizations, let's say we talk about our own Indian Gurukul system, the Gurukul system was more than just a place of academic learning. It was a residential environment between the students, that is the Shishya, who lived with their teachers, that is the Gurus, creating an intimate and immersive experience. Now, this system emphasized not just on intellectual education, but the all round development of the student, including physical health, emotional balance, moral integrity, and spiritual growth. In fact, the Gurukul was deeply embedded with nurturing the well being of this child as a whole. Not only this, there are other civilizations like Greek and Rome which actually focused not on moral and physical well being as well. During the Renaissance, then, education became more holistic, and the rise of humanism placing an increased focus on nurturing the whole individual. In modern times, movements like progressive education, pioneered by educators like John Dewey, emphasize on experiential learning, the emotional and social development of students. Dewey actually believed that learning is a social and interactive process where well-being played a critical role in a child's ability to think critically and engage meaningfully in an environment. So it's not just today that we are talking about fostering this student well-being, but it has become more relevant than ever because of the increasing mental health challenges, the societal pressures, and the technological distractions, if you want to call it. So, schools once again need to revisit or rethink about bringing the focus back on well being as a center of learning. And probably taking support from technology is a fantastic idea. So, how do we do that and how do we move ahead? And how do we unpack social emotional learning? Very quickly, I'm just going to give you a very brief overview of what the stats say about SEL. SEL is an integral part of human and of education and human development, and we all have agreed by now. And it is a process through which all young people and adults acquire the special skills of knowledge, the special, skills, knowledge, and attitudes that are required to develop into a healthy human being, right? So collectively, it is our goal to see that we are able to support these relationships and make responsible and caring decisions as we grow. To support our students, there are a lot of stats that will help you get a deeper insight into why is it really required now. According to the Committee of Children, extensive research shows that a correlation between skills taught in SAL programs and academic achievement, positive behavior, and healthier life choices. For children in preschool to first grade, literally that age, we have found that a play based approach to SEL not only achieves the desired goals, but also helps support your existing core where you want to teach reading, writing, and so much more, right? So it brings to the forefront the responsibility for us to be able to give students these kind of experiences every single day. No student ever grows up today, even if for the high school students or the students from grade 10, 11, 12. If I tell them that today we are just going to not just read from books or write in our notebooks, we're going to move forward, and we are going to have a class where we are going to engage activities which involve your mind, bodies, and heart, I think they just get excited like a kindergartner. So we need to take on the new roles and practices and perspectives to see how these experiences can actually build positive point of view and work through many areas where we could feel that okay, I think I could have contributed a little more towards the mental health of this student, and probably that'll also help me achieve the Maslow's hierarchy of needs for placed safety and well-being as fundamental to achieving any higher order thinking. Yeah. Now, to help us understand and unpack SEL, there is a beautiful framework by Kessel, CASEL, and this is called the Kessel's Wheel. At the center are the five core socio-emotional competencies, which are broad, which are interrelated areas that support learning and development. Now, circling them are four key settings where students live and grow: SEL instruction and classroom climate, which is in the classrooms that you're providing, the schools that provide a school wide culture, practices, and policies. As they say, no two classrooms are same, no two schools are same. They are similar, yet not same. Families and caregivers, we need an authentic partnership with them to co-build and co-create that positive learning environment for our students, and of course the communities that we live in, aligned with our learning opportunities. So here's the beautiful way to foster knowledge, skills, attitudes across the five areas of social emotional competencies and establish a very equitable learning environment and coordinate practices across the four settings that support our students into social, emotional, and academic development. And I know you all agree with me when I say, while planning our curriculums, we normally focus on skills, attitudes, attributes, knowledge, information, skills, understanding. What gets left behind or takes a little bit of a backseat are the attitudes, the morals, the value building, which I think we need to now bring to forefront while we are doing this. That building of relationship with a student where these five competencies can actually flourish, and the competency these competencies help uh, develop a can do attitude with students and seeing themselves as capable learners. So it is an integral part of the self assessment system, and the KSL addresses the five core competencies of self awareness, self management, social awareness, relationship skills, and responsible decision making. All these five, when put together as a part of your curriculum, if you try and stitch it together, you will see the kind of reference that you can bring in every day in your classrooms. I'm going to share a link to an article that can actually help you get in, actually, two links, which can actually get you further on with SEL in our classrooms. And this will be very helpful if you could actually have a read and, understand and form a basic basis for you to bring social emotional learning in a very pronounced way in your classrooms. I have a comment here which says need to understand the emotions as now social media is more active in students' mind after COVID. First of all, I completely agree with you. Second of all, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's not just about bringing it into our curriculum or our daily practices. It is also looking at, is it really relevant at this age? Should they be given access to social media? And I know multiple times I've heard, but you know what? It's not about access, it's all around them. I beg to differ, but there are ways to put checks, to educate parents, have partnerships, and that is why this wheel is of importance, that all the four outer circles have to come together to make that happen. Well, things got a little too serious, isn't it? So, how are you hanging in there? Go ahead and tell me, how are you hanging in there? I'm going to give you a link to take this survey. It's there in your chat window, and I'm just going to give it to you here as well. Just a minute. There is a QR code. Go ahead and access that QR code, please, and respond to this question. How are you hanging in there? Did it get really heavy? Did we really, were you with me? Do you agree? I don't know. I'm not sure. So I'm asking you a very simple question. How are you hanging in there? Use this to respond to my question, please. I'm waiting for your responses to come in. And as I get your responses, I'm going to go ahead and share with you the check ins that I have received. In fact, I'm just going to bring it on my screen so that you can take a look at it. I hope, the link is working. I'm just going to share my screen once again. Duita, if you could please confirm that this link is working. And here you go. I'm waiting for your responses to come in. I'm in Microsoft Reflect right now, and I hope you're able to. I'm just going to give this link, oh, sorry, this link once again in the chat window. You can go ahead and start sharing your responses, please. I can see some responses coming in. Awesome. Just keep them coming. Still trying to
The
send
link is
out. Thank you. Still trying to send out the link once again. Thank you for the confirmation. I can see some check-ins that have come in here. Fantastic. How are you hanging in there? So look at that. The feelings monsters will keep appearing over here. Excited, comfortable, ambitious, wonderful, focused. I like that. Energized. Oh, I did that. All right. Optimistic. Look at that. Focused. Many of you are very focused, I've seen. Wonderful. Content. How nice to see how my class is feeling. And that's a very simple check in. And that is something that could be created within minutes. Well, in a few minutes, I'm going to show you how you can create this in your classroom as well. I'm trying to create it in this session for you. It's an experience, but it just brings that smile on your face. You just feel valued, heard. You feel a there's a sense of belongingness that just sets in. And look at those monsters. I'm literally collecting monsters right now. And that's the joy of it all that I can actually see. And I can give you another view of it as well. You can see the response distribution here as well. There are 8 people who said, who are here, and there are 7 people who are here, and you can get back into together view as well. So I have about 15 to 18 responses here, and I know responses are still coming in. It takes just about a few seconds in your class to create this check in. Even if you don't want to do it in the class, you can send it home. How are we going to do all of this? In a few minutes. Do keep your responses coming in because, like I said, today's session is going to be all about keeping you engaged and checking in on you from time to time. So here we are. Thank you. I have a response in the chat window as well. Determined. Fantastic. You know, uh, yeah, exactly. Wonderful method to get a reflection very quickly. You know what? However much of technology we might use, there is nothing compared to human interaction. And I will not take away that element from here. Even if I'm showing you multiple strategies today, I'm still not taking away the fact that human interaction is the biggest and the best form of interaction that you can have, and the way you can create that relationship cannot be replicated, and that experience cannot be replicated. Look what happened if you have a friend who's an art teacher. So when I asked her, hey, how are you hanging in there? She says, just hanging around. That's what art teachers do. They give you new life. And yeah, exactly. That's Miss Isha Joshi. So, Isha, I'm not sure if you'll be viewing this, session or not. Yes, we did make a mention of you, and you're a fantastic artist. I love the art pieces that she creates, the digital art that she creates as well. And this is one of the pieces which popped up today in my Facebook memory and just brought a smile to my face. So, yep, that's how you hang around. Well, jokes apart, IQ might get you into something, but EQ is what gets you far. Emotional intelligence is the strongest asset. It's not just me who says it, but here's a survey that says that our success at work and life depends on emotional intelligence 80% and only 20% intellect. And here we are spending all our time building intellect, right? So this is where we want to create environments that are positive, so that are conducive to learning, and students learn best in positive environments that nurture social, emotional, and cognitive skills. So we can support social emotional development by targeting learning and a range of supports to support social emotional development of students. And by co-regulation, we are actually going to help students recognize their emotion and manage those stressful situations, reduce support, that can actually create chaos in their minds. So here we are. Our first tool, what you have just experienced today, is Microsoft Reflect. Microsoft Reflect is a beautiful tool. It's a very versatile way to reflect and is employed as a tool to nurture social and emotional learning in the classrooms. Today, we'll uncover techniques to harness, reflect to create meaningful connections, promote self expression, what you just did, facilitate constructive discussions, and ultimately enhance your students' learning experience. So, what we are doing over here is not just theory, we're going to be absolutely practical about it, and we'll guide you into how to develop these strategies towards building and integrating reflect easily into your teaching learning. I hope you're excited about this exploration. Have a hear, and I will talk on the other side.
Expressing emotions can be difficult, and learning how to share feelings is an ongoing process for all of us. For students, not having the right words to define their emotions can make them feel unheard or unsupported. Reflect can help educators build relationships and introduce social and emotional learning skills. And we're excited to introduce the Feelings Monster to help students practice.
Meenakshi, Meenakshi ma'am, you're on mute if you are
So
speaking.
sorry. So sorry. Yes, I was talking. Yeah, it's okay. So I'm going to repeat myself for myself because you couldn't hear me. Okay, I have a question in the chat window. Is Microsoft Reflect a part of the licenses? Yes, Microsoft Reflect is available as a part of your, I'm just going to take you to the website as well to show you that it is a part of Microsoft Teams. I'm going to show you where to get it, and I'm going to take you there exactly. And also, it is a part of, it is also available as an app on Windows devices. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen once again. Here you go. This is Microsoft Reflect. So you can go to reflect.microsoft.com. I'm going to give you this link in the chat window. And over here, you will see, Reflect is available everywhere. Let me just, okay, here you go. So if you go to Reflect, you will find that it can also be integrated as a part of your LMS. It is also available in all these places. Yeah. So it's a seamless part of your Teams. You also have it in OneNote class notebook. You can send it, you can use it within Teams as well. Let me show you there. I was in Teams. and here I am. Look over here. This is the reflect that I posted today. This is Teams. I'm in my grade 4 team. As a part of your team, on the left side menu you will find Reflect available over here. Yeah, so if I go to the main page, this is what Reflect looks like. You can see over, I think if you were there with us on August 13th, we had conducted another Reflect over there. You will have these available. To create this is super easy. Okay, so I'm going to help you go through all of that, but I just wanted to show you. Number one, it is available here. Number two, it's available as an app on Windows devices as well. And I had the link as well for, yep, here it is. So it should be somewhere here, how to get Reflect. Sign in. Okay, this is where you get ready to reflect. So you sign in to get started, and you can actually look at the app in your Windows devices. You can log in with any of your IDs, and it's available. Yes, it is available with the A1 licenses as well. You don't need to purchase anything outside, and it is available. There you go. So you can get started with Microsoft Reflect. It's part of Teams. It's also, you can even have a emotion board. It's a part of your class notebook, and also you can take it to LMSs. So all the guides are also available here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this link in the chat window, and then I'm going to, take you through the tool to show you what it is and what it looks like. And it's super easy, and the kind of options that you have are absolutely amazing. So while I was here, I'm right now in my class team, grade 4. This is Reflect here. I've been doing multiple check-ins. The best part is that I don't have to do much, and all my stats are available right here. This is artificial intelligence built within, which will tell me how my students have been doing. I could get into a together view as well. Now, the settings will allow you to make it available for everybody or just within your organization. So let's say I'm doing a new check-in over here. Let's say, how are you feeling this week will be a great question to send out as a part of your weekend prep, right? What I also do is when I give reading assignments to students, so that's another place that you could give. Every week we do reading assessment, or sorry, we use reading progress with students. As a part of reading progress, also you have Reflect available. I'll just show you in a minute. So here you go. How are you feeling this week? Go to settings over here. Open it from here to either your only member or your members only, and or you could go for anyone can respond. So for today's webinar, I used anyone can respond option. You could use this as well. Yeah. And you can keep it open. I kept it open for 24 hours because I know when we post the recording on YouTube, many people respond to it then. But by default, it is normally 8 hours. You can extend it to as many as you want. Okay. You can post it to any of the channels within that team, any of the channels that you would like. Yeah. Or you could even post it to the general channel as you like it. If you want to record the name, this option will come only if it is members within your organization. If it is outside, this option doesn't come. And therefore, you could see that in my survey, the option wasn't there, and the shared results should be aggregated and shared with everybody. You're okay with this, and all you need to do is simply just create a check-in. The minute you create a check-in, this will go to your students, and students can start responding to it. I know I have one of my students here in the audience today, so I'm sure she's going to quickly go and respond. Am I right, Duhita? Yeah. So the emotion board, this is what I was talking about when I was showing you the emotion board. Emotion board actually tells me, it gives a card label to every student over here. And what we can do is you can actually download this emotion board kit as well. Simply just click here. It'll take you here back on the Reflect to download this kit. This will help you understand how to use this emotion board kit. There are multiple ideas here. Look how teachers have put it in their classroom. It's so much fun. Just go ahead and start using it in your class. Look at that. What I would do is I would print it and I would keep it in my classroom to say, go ahead and pick the card that you feel like today. So, how are you feeling? Look at those beautiful cards. And I know many of you will ask for this link. Can you give us a direct link to this? Of course, I can. I'm always nice to you. You know that, right? So, here you go. I'm giving you the link to this as well. I'm going to go back. So here's your emotion board. You can collect responses. You can even randomize or shuffle this if you'd like. And here is my trend. So what is the trend that my class is showing is that over here, most of because this is only one of the check-ins that we are doing with my students, only one student has responded. The student is happy and optimistic. But if you have many, many students, this will give you a complete dashboard to show you how your students are feeling. My students chose the sunshine emotions, and that was Dohita who had responded to my, my my check-in. So if you can see over here, so there are different emotions that are available here. I would put it on my in my class, make it more visible to my class, where we are sitting as a happy class. Look at the kind of words that are being showcased. Also, I would love to do this, that I would love to put it on my class board. This is for vocabulary development. Make use of these words to write a paragraph about how are you feeling today. There you go. How does my class feel about this week? So any kind of engagement that you can think about, or count the number of positive words that you see in this, or probably um, tell me a way to turn any negative word that you see here into a positive one. How would you do that? So it's a great discussion starter. Like I said, it's a great place to initiate engagement. Meditation has become a part of multiple classes. We love for students to calm down, especially after they've had this rush, which is like a snack break, and they want to come back and you want to do mathematics, you want to do history, you want to do science. You need to calm them down. You need to breathe, bring their energy to a level that matches your teaching learning. So here are multiple ways to do that. And of course, there are different ways to move as well. It's not just about meditation every day. Like they say, don't do some things every day. Do them in a different way. So here they are. You can actually go for different moves to wiggle. This is a session to shake, shout, and wiggle it out, probably through big feelings and building confidence. Here's your balance buddy. So I love this one. Take a look at it.
Goes on inside? What goes on inside? What goes on inside? What goes on inside? On and on and on and on inside.
Gosh, I love it. I love the energy that this monster is bringing to me. In my classrooms, I always used to start my morning with this beautiful song. I'm sure everybody's heard it. It's called Cuppy Cake. And my students who are now into their jobs still remember me as the Cuppy Cake teacher. So imagine the kind of connect that I was able to build with them with just a song. My mornings would start cheerfully with Cuppy Cake. If I needed, for them to wrap up all the time, I cannot just keep saying, okay, it's time for next class, let's just wrap up. This is a subtle message for taking bringing their attention away from what they're doing and bringing them back into your lessons. So there are multiple ways here, especially middle of the day. This sort of a stretch is something that can really really help you. Literally just stand with your feet shoulder width apart. Imagine just three exercises. And do you know how long that video was? If you were wondering, it was 1 minute 20 seconds. And every class, every day, we do have 1 minute 20 seconds to spare. right? So I'm not sure what could be the reason for not doing it, but it's a great way to do. While these games are available here, one of my most favorite one is Guess the Emotion. Yes, I love it. Right. So this is a great game for us to play. And Guess the Emotion asks questions to guess your opponent's feeling monster before they guess yours. It's absolutely amazing to build that relationship between students, between yourself. Invite your students to just come and do this. And if you want instructions, instructions are given over here. If you want to start over, you can start over. You know your emotion was proud. What would you be? Not sure what my opponent's emotion is. So you could actually play games like these with your students. Sometimes it's just good to take a break. Another one would be color wheel. Oh, absolutely love it. You spin it and you spin it slow and you spin it fast. Let's say environmental responsibility is what you want to talk about, guest speaker, anything that you want to talk about. Okay. So let's say it's here environmental responsibility. Engage in discussions about personal and collective actions to promote sustainability and address environmental issues. Yeah. So what you could do is you could spin it very fast. There you go. Or spin it slow. There you go. So it just helps you bring about conversations in your classroom in a very meaningful and engaging manner. Most of us today have, these smart boards or at least display boards in our classroom, and doing this in your class is super duper easy. Yeah. So I absolutely love it. Don't just spin it fast every time. Go slow sometimes. It's good to build patience, and students love to say, ma'am, let's do the fast spin, don't do the slow spin. No, I think it's important. Both the movements have their own, requirements and their own significance. And of course, there's more music here for you and podcasts as well. Sometimes just playing a 4-minute podcast or, just about bringing in a fact like getting stuck. So, how to start moving everything that seems still, no context to any particular student, but sometimes you really feel, as if our students are a little jammed in a place or, they're just not about to move out. A podcast like this or another voice in your class could be really, really helpful. Yeah. Handling anger? Definitely. Okay. Here are multiple stories. So if you're a language teacher, please pick these stories and read to your students. These are 4 or 5 minute stories. There is no age limit to listening to stories. And I think stories always bring in wisdom. They have morals. And I remember even in, I think, senior classes, while I was growing up, we had moral studies as one of our subjects. Don't know where that's lost, by the way. You must have a conversation in your schools to see where did that really go away. Yeah. So here are wonderful, stories that have been put together for you to help you build that kind of a relationship and strike a conversation with your students. I wouldn't mind going for the owl's wide angle wisdom. I mean, the topic itself tells you how beautiful it must be to actually have this. And look, you have, you don't have to read it every time. You have over here immersive reader that is already built in. Owls have an extraordinary skill that captures the curiosity of anyone who observes them. Look at that. It's going to give me exactly how I have read. It's going to give me a response. What else could we ask for? So you have your reading progress, sorry, your immersive reader built in over here. You can either speak to this or ask this to be read aloud to you as you like it. And if you're a bilingual or a multilingual student, you could actually try translating it. Let's say, you want to have another language, let's say the entire document, entire story. So, language teachers, here's something beautiful for you as well that you could actually use. Here's the entire story has been turned into another language. Language development can happen over here. All this is a part of Reflect, and if you're not surprised, I'll be surprised because I'm sure, there are things that you have been doing, but there are many more things that you could actually do. Of course, you can mark your favorite brain breaks here so that you can quickly jump into them, or you could even ask AI to help you choose. Yes, there is AI built within. Not sure which brain break to take, reduce stress and worries, probably stay focused. I have a very focused audience today, so no, I wouldn't need that. Probably boost my energy levels would be something that I could ask for in the middle of the session. Let's see what it says.
You're listening to Microsoft Reflect Audio.
Hi there, listeners. Sunny here, welcoming you to another episode of In a Heartbeat. Today, we're diving into a topic that might seem mundane at first: boredom. But get ready for a surprise. Boredom is more than just idle time. It's a hidden treasure trove of creativity and self-discovery. Join me as we transform this seemingly dull emotion into a journey of exploration and innovation.
What well thought of words, isn't it? Imagine having, viewing boredom as a place for creativity and innovation. Love, love, love the whole thought. Not sure how you're doing, but would love to check in with you though. But yes, this is something that we can ponder on, and also, think about what is it that we can do in our classrooms, and what is it, how is it that we can seamlessly bring in this kind of change. So it's super simple to do. You can simply just create a check-in, like I said, and you can host it live in your class as well, just for a few minutes, is the way I did but I'm keeping it open for 24 hours. You have control over it, so it is absolutely safe, and you can even embed it in your LMS. Also, responding is very easy. Your students could be using any kind of device that they have. So even if they don't have it in classrooms, possibly going back home, they could actually use it. You get actionable insights right at that time. For example, I got yours literally at that time. Of course, my class did not look that full, but I think it was pretty crazy to see that you can actually have responses there and then. And it just gave me, initially when my together mode was blank, I was a little but then I guess it just picked up. So that's what builds a culture of well-being. So I hope you're ready to reflect, because I'm going to go ahead and take you to another world, which is, which feeling monster do you resonate with most over here? So you could actually create multiple, options here, or multiple ways to take it. Sometimes, if you don't have time to make it live in your class, you could send it out, or I could actually just about send it in your chat window right now. This same, poll, as a poll in the chat window while I'm there with you, and I could actually take a pulse of what my audience right now resonate with the most, which feeling monster. So go ahead and share with me what resonates the most with you. I'm waiting for your responses. Hmm. Sharing a laugh? Yes, definitely sharing a laugh with my work bestie. Wow, very nice. Love it. Love the way it is. Yes, teaching your favorite unit could be one of them. Wonderful. Great. Keep these responses coming in. I absolutely love gathering your responses. And yes, 50% of you feel that sharing a laugh with my work bestie is something that I could actually resonate with. That yes, this is something that I do every day. Well, teachers, don't forget, getting a good night's sleep is absolutely essential for each of us. So, yes, do not forget to catch on that as well, please. It is extremely important. Nobody's taken that. A very good evidence to say teachers don't sleep at night. Not a good thing. I would still say, while we are here, have a good sleep as well. Must inform you that we at D Pedagogics are a Microsoft Reflect global training partner, and we love the fact that this can do so much for you, and just about minute or so, you could actually take a look at how your class is doing. You could actually connect with them at a different level, and at a very deep connect is what you could find. Wonderful to see that the responses are coming in. I still have only one person who believes in getting a good night's sleep. But yes, it's extremely important to please, have a good night's sleep, because that's where you energize yourself, right? Okay, great. So there are multiple other ways, other tools from Microsoft as well, which could actually help you bring in this kind of an environment. Students emote the best when they are creating something. Microsoft Designer is a beautiful tool that can help you create something. So I think in the last session I did give a demo, but I would love for my students to introduce themselves to me, that what kind of a person are they, by giving them an opportunity to make something like this. Yeah. So this is a beautiful way to know your students better, the kind of values that they have, the kind of personality that they bring to your classrooms. So this is something that is, I have found personally, I have found very useful. And, I would love for you to actually try this as well. Therefore, I'm going to give you the link in the chat window. Please do not forget to sign in first. Okay. Uh, Great. Over here, I'm just going to give you the link to this particular prompt. Try it, and you'll see the power of the prompt in your classrooms when you use it. Okay. So here it is. It's there in the chat window. Go ahead and try this right now. And whatever you create, share here in the chat window. Okay, I have a comment here, Jyoti ma'am. Okay, Nidhi ma'am says, I use designer for picture composition in my class. Oh, didn't you love it? I absolutely love the idea. Nidhi ma'am would love to see some samples. Jyoti ma'am says, I couldn't get the earlier recording. I didn't upload. It didn't upload. Really wish to have all your recordings here. Of course, Jyoti ma'am, I'm going to give you a link to our YouTube channel and our Instagram, both over here, so that you have it for future references. I'm waiting for you all to create your, um, not sure what it call it, but your Funko figure. And, would love to see what is it that you are creating. Use the link that I have given you to use the prompt, and you'll be able to find it. Okay. So go ahead and do so, please. I'm waiting for your responses to come in very quickly. Let's create a kind of a Funko figure of yourself. And I'm sure today everybody's DP will change. And so will your school teachers and students. Do share with them. It's a very safe space and a very safe way to bring out and know them better, literally. Okay, I'm waiting. And I have given you the YouTube link. Wonderful, Sheetal ma'am. Awesome to see. I hope you've created some of your own. I have borrowed this from one of our MI experts, but I hope you've been able to create one of your own as well. And I'm also giving you a link to join us on Instagram, so that you can be there on our social platforms with us. All our recordings are posted on our social channels. So who's been able to create, a Funko figure? Come on, somebody. While you're doing that, I too am creating my social. Okay. Write as much as you can. So where you say the character must be, probably I'll write a female, um, long hair, long layered hair. So, as much detail as you can give. Um, Wearing uh, I'm just writing my prompt and I'll just share it with you as well. Not sure what's going to come out, but there's no harm in sharing, right? Okay. So I am just going to, we need a social media logo on top, and I have given uh, kind of a description which I'm giving in the chat window. The character must be. So be as descriptive. Oh, wow. Okay. We have beautiful images that are coming in. This is a beautiful picture composition that you did, Nidhi ma'am. Park scene. Awesome. Really awesome. Fantastic. Oh, we have Sheetal ma'am's Funko figure that's coming here. Awesome. Okay. Do share your prompts as well. What is it that you're writing in the character? You can even choose the size, as you like it, and then generate. But before you do that, do not forget to log in. Please do log in. I'm still waiting. I've created a few over here. I can share those with you, and you must write what kind of eyes do you have, what kind of face. For example, I write big eyes, almond face, or whatever you want. Oh, beautiful. Look at me. Help me choose. Wait, I'm just going to show you what I created using my prompt. I would love to see. Look at that. That could be me, could be me, could be me, or could be me. So anything that you feel like, I'm just going to download all because I would be changing my DP from time to time and I could actually be using all of these at some point. Yeah. So awesome kind of a result. Okay, my spellings don't seem to be right, which is all right. Here also, so I'm not going to use that. But what I could also do is probably click on this. Now, this is where you come in and you start editing it. Okay, so you can actually edit it as well as you like it. And if you want any corrections, any omissions over here, you could actually do that by bringing in, by choosing the options from over here. Yeah, you could crop, rotate, enhance, add text, or whatever you want. So let's say I'm going to add text. You could look at various options here, the way you want your name to be written. Probably I'm going to take this one. Seems to be pretty matching to what I'm doing right now. Okay, move it here, make it smaller, move it here again. And there you go. My name is ready. And of course, I'll take a few this thing to actually put a white box here and put my actuals here. Yeah. So, but this is something that you could think about. I could actually put my name here as well, crop the rest of the image and just use the one that to the ones that I want, or just put a box over here and put not let this one be seen. Yeah. So you could do whatever you want. You could even open this in a stable version and work on it on the AI editing part. Yeah, once done, you can either download this or copy this as you like it and then share it with the world. I hope you started sharing yours. Um, oh, wow, look at that. Language was also being used. Wonderful. Excellent. So I said a female. Here you go. I have given you my prompt that I had used. Here you go. I hope you're creating yours too, and you're able to create your Funko as well. This is something really nice. You know what it brings about? It brings about your personality. It forces you to think about yourself, about who you are. What do you look like? So this is a great way to connect with yourself and be able to tell the world who you are, or how you feel about things. Yeah. Wonderful, no? Absolutely wonderful. So, creating a positive, safe, and affirming school environment is something that I'm going to re emphasize on. And it is extremely important that we lay enough emphasis on creating this environment in our schools. And, it begins with the way we talk, it begins with the way we can present ourselves to others. So, let's talk the language of affirmation, of positivity, and allow everyone to feel safe. I found these beautiful clips on the web, and I brought them here for you. It said, instead of saying, I don't understand, say this: I can keep learning. Instead of saying, I keep failing, say this: I won't give up. Instead of, I don't want to make mistakes, say this: mistakes help me learn. Instead of saying, I give up, say this: I'll try another time. Instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I can practice more. Instead of saying, this is the best that I can do, say, I can still keep trying. You see how the language that changes, the words that are playing over here, can actually bring about a sea change and a huge difference in our students' lives. There are multiple apps and tools that can help you do that. I know when I tell you this, I've heard it very often, people telling me, I'm not sure if I have time to build this into my classrooms. This is a language. This is the way you talk. This is the way you present yourself. So students present to yours. All you need to do is just pause there to make them conscious about the way they are talking. That's about it. And then there are apps like Class Dojo that can really help you. Class Dojo is a global community of more than 50 million teachers and families who actually come together to share with kids the most important learning moments in school and at home. So what you could also do is you could use, this is not a Microsoft tool, definitely not a Microsoft tool, but it's always great to leverage the apps that are available that can actually help you build a community or a learning community or a positive learning environment in your classroom. I've given the link in the chat window as well. Please do take it from over there. And for today's session, definitely a big thank you for joining us. The recordings are available on our social channels. We've given you the link. Follow us and join us on our social channels so that you stay updated. And I would highly recommend that you undertake this course today to learn about Reflect, the benefits that you may reap, and how to become a more effective educator using Reflect. A link to this is what I'm dropping in the chat window so that you can go ahead, complete the course, and earn your certification as well. Yes, your feedback is extremely important, sweetie ma'am. Thank you for reminding me here. Here is the feedback form, and I'll urge you to kindly give us a feedback about how did you like this session? Did you really benefit from the session that you have attended today? And how can we actually make it better or bring you things in a more meaningful manner that you could benefit from? These sessions are for teachers, and therefore, we greatly appreciate if we can get candid feedback from you to know how you like the session today. And of course, we will meet you on 17th of September. And that day, we're going to talk about what's new in Microsoft EDU. Oh God, there's so much that keeps happening at Microsoft that it is very difficult to actually keep pace with what's happening. So we're going to go ahead and help you keep up with what's happening in Microsoft Education, what is new, and we will bring you those updates on 17th of September. A humble request to please spread the word about this in your communities. Allow more educators to come and join us. This is a learning community which we want to grow each day, and we urge you to kindly help us grow these numbers and by leaps and bounds. So thank you so much, for joining us today. Bhavna ma'am, this is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. And do visit the YouTube channel for the recordings. The recording will be uploaded by tomorrow. And of course, like I always say, stay curious, keep learning, keep growing, and always strive to be more interested than interesting. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a very wonderful evening ahead. Thank you, Dohita, for your partnership.
Thank you.